Okay, we're going to continue our review by looking at number 3. Before we start, if you didn't hear in class, this problem is backwards, so you need to rewrite it. This is actually 1 plus 3x to the 13th. So just make sure that you have that in the right order first. So then we will look at the directions. We need to read these carefully. We need the first 4 terms in the expansion in ascending powers of x. So ascending powers means powers that are getting greater. So if we have x to the first, then we need x squared, then x cubed. So we just need to double check that at the end. It really won't change much about the problem. So to find the first 4 terms, you can either do this using Pascal's triangle for the 13th row if you really want to find it all the way to the 13th row, or you can use the binomial theorem. The binomial theorem starts with, we have a here and b. So if a is 1, we have a to the 13th plus, now we have our binomial coefficients. So we have 13, choose 1, then we have 1, count down to the 12th. Now we are add b. b, which is 3x, don't write b. You need to actually write the context of the problem. So 3x to the first. I can check that my powers are correct because 12 plus 1 is 13. So now I have 2 terms. So I need my next term. It's going to be 13, choose 2, 1, down another one, 11th, and 3x. Now we're going to go up, squared. I have 3 terms. Now let's do our last one. 13, choose 3, 1, we're going to count down, so we have the 10th, and we have 3x cubed. And then we don't care about the rest because they have just asked us for the first 4 terms. So we just need to make it sure and simplify this. So we have 1 to the 13th, which is just 1. That's kind of nice. 13, choose 1. When you put that in your calculator, you will get 13. 1 to the 12th is 1. 3x to the first is just 3x. Plus, now we have 13, choose 2. So when you put that in your calculator, you will get 78. Oh, it's on the eraser for some reason. There we go. 78. 1 to the 11th is 1. 3x squared. Both of those things need to be squared, so we get 9x squared. And our 4th term, we have 13, choose 3. When you put that in your calculator, you get 286. 1 to the 10th is 1. 3x cubed, both of those things need to be cubed. 3 cubed is 27. X cubed is x cubed. We don't need the rest of our terms. So let's simplify all this out. 1 will stay 1 plus 13 times 3 is 39 times 1 stays, and we have to remember the x. Don't forget your exponents on the variables, and don't forget to write them in your final answer. Plus, so we have 1, 2 terms. We need 3 and 4. We have 78 times 1 times 9. We get 702. And then bring down the x squared. There's our 3rd term. Plus, this number is going to get kind of big because we have 286 times 1 times 27. So we have 7,722. We have x cubed. And the rest don't matter in this problem. So we have 1 term. Oh, goodness gracious. We have 1 term, 2 terms, 3 terms, 4 terms. And if we look at x, we have the 1st, the 2nd, the third, so they are ascending. So we have answered the problem in the correct order. So our answer is in the correct order. Now let's look at the second one. Very similar, but we're just going to do an extra problem for practice. We have to be careful about the sign there because there is a negative. So we're going to follow the same pattern. We have 2 to the 6 plus, because we are following a to the n, plus n, choose 1, a to the n minus 1, b to the 1, plus n, choose 2, a to the n minus 2, and b to the 2. This is what we're following to get the first 4 terms. I think it's easiest unless you want to write out Pascal's triangle every time, which will work, and that's fine. You can use that pattern if that works for you. So we have 2 to the 6 plus, now we have n, choose 1, n is 6, choose 1, a is 2, 6 minus 1 is 5, b is negative 5b this time. So be careful to bring that sign down because that sign will change your answer. Negative 5b to the first plus, now we have n, choose 2, n is 6, choose 2, times 2, 6, 5, 4, b, negative 5b, the first, now we have the second. And now we have 1, 2, 3 terms plus 6, n, choose 3, we're counting up, 2, we have 6, 5, 4, 3 times negative 5b cubed. And that's all we need to answer this problem. So now we just need to simplify. 2 to the 6 is 64, plus 6 choose 1 is 6, 2 to the 5th is 32, negative 5b to the first is just negative 5b. Be careful that you're putting parentheses here because these 3 things are multiplied. This is not a subtraction here. It is multiplied by a negative 5. So you want to keep all of those things together. Then we have plus 6 choose 2 is 15. 2 to the 4th is 16. And negative 5b squared is a positive 25b squared. Plus our last term, we have 6 choose 3, which is 20. 2 cubed is 8. Negative 5b cubed is negative 125b cubed. Again, be careful with this negative. These 3 things are multiplied, so you don't want to add another term in there. That is a negative 25 times 8 times 20. All of those things will end up combining. So let's simplify this. Our 64 is not multiplied by anything, so that'll be part of our final answer. And then we have 6 times 32 times a negative 5. Negative 960. B, don't forget your variable. Second term, we have 15 times 16 times 25. 15 times 16 times 25 is a positive 6,000. And then we have b squared. Don't forget to bring that down and write it as part of your answer. This last term, the 4th term, 20 times 8 times negative 125 is a negative 20,000 b cubed. And the rest are not part of our answer, so this is where we stop.